I'm Charlie Moore. This is Bruins Academy. Now that is interesting. Class is in session. Hey everybody, I'm Charlie Moore and welcome to the summer edition of Bruins Academy, the show all about knowing, growing, and loving the sport of hockey. And let me tell you folks, we got a great game for you tonight. We've got the return of Milan Lucic to Boston. Oh baby, Looch is back. We're also going to take a little batting practice over at Fenway Park. That ought to be fun. Plus more of the outstanding hockey videos sent in by you, our viewers. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss those. But first things first here on BA. Now it's summertime, as you can tell by the pool and the weather. So there's not a lot of ice to play pond hockey or ice inside. So that can only mean one thing. Time for a little street hockey. Filippo Park in Boston's North End recently hosted one of the NHL's most important new programs, NHL Street, and some former Bruins were on hand to help out.
Well, this is a little special, and like a couple blocks from where I used to live when I played here too. So it's my old hood, which is pretty neat. This is kind of where we think the growth of hockey can really happen too. Is right in the neighborhoods. You know, it provides the opportunity to play hockey at a much lower cost. So it's really our big initiative to grow the game through participation.
All I did when I was a kid was play ball hockey. Literally get home from school, go outside, play with my friends. It's the easiest way to get into the game. Certainly the cost of skates, sticks, ice time, living in the city, it's really tough. But you can still love the game and play the game, and that's what the street hockey initiative's doing.
NHL Street is growing the game with leagues across North America for boys and girls aged 6 to 16. Most importantly though, it's about the kids having fun playing the sport of hockey.
We have the music playing, you try to set the right atmosphere where, everybody gets a little competitive, you want to score goals, you want to make a cool move, but like, there's the right element of just like relaxing, enjoying yourself. It's fun. Like we just want kids to have fun. They walk away here.
That's really what it's about. Is if a couple of these kids today not only fall in love with ball hockey, but also go home and say maybe I should get a pair of skates and try getting on the ice in the fall. That's really what it's about.
Hey, listen up. This weather is beautiful, by the way. I mean, it's gorgeous. I gotta tell you, I'm having a good time. I love the summer edition of Bruins Academy. Now listen, the Bruins play over at the Garden, the TD Garden. We all know the Red Sox play over at Fenway Park, world famous Fenway Park. What happens when some of the Bruins go over to Fenway Park? Huh, well, you're about to find out. Bruins Development Camp isn't just about hockey. It's also about building camaraderie and having a little fun. That's why the boys are over at Fenway Park for batting practice with former Red Sox pitcher Jonathan Papelbon.
This top hand, power.
Alright.
Hey! This kid's coachable.
I played a tiny bit of t-ball, like one season.
I played lacrosse and baseball.
I played tennis a lot in the summer. Soft hands.
I think it's just super fun being part of a team, and I think it helps you become a good athlete, a well-rounded athlete. And it's just super fun.
Step to the pitcher when you swing, kid. Yeah,
These guys are all about working hard to become pro hockey players. But they do understand it can't always be about hockey, right? It's good to mix it up with some different sports, even if the results aren't there.
Hey, we got a cage killer.
I think it just helps you with like all aspects. Like hand-eye coordination was a big thing in golf and baseball, like that translates to hockey, and then just like overall being like athletic, I think is good for hockey.
Social skills are a big part of what I brought to the hockey because like it's two team sports and you learn to play with a team and with some friends, and so I think that's the biggest part, yeah.
Jonathan Papelbon retired in 2016, but he's the only pro baseball player here. So now it's his turn to show the boys how it's done at Fenway Park. Oh. Get off me! Oh. Get going! Get off me! Get going! Okay, now it's time for a little Boston Bruins history nugget. Did you know that the Boston Bruins have been owned by Jeremy Jacobs since 1975? Well, it's true. Mr. Jacobs became the 5th owner of the Boston Bruins when he acquired the team and the Boston Garden from Store Broadcasting Company all the way back in 1975. He currently serves as chairman of the NHL's Board of Governors, and he was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2017. Well, I gotta tell you, that's a pretty solid resume from Mr. Jacobs as we head to commercial break. Welcome back to Bruins Academy, everybody. I'm Charlie Moore. Bruins Academy, all about knowing, growing, and loving the sport of hockey, especially your Boston Bruins. Speaking of love and the Bruins, how about number 17, huh? Milan Lucic is back in Boston. Yeah, baby.
Final minute of overtime. Atkinson's drive. It's off Lucic. Milan Lucic with the game on his stick. Walks in and scores! Lucic is the hero. 3-2 Boston.
Fan favorite Milan Lucic played his first 8 years of his NHL career in Boston, but left in 2015. Now, after signing a 1-year deal with Boston, number 17 is back where he belongs, even if things are a bit different.
None of this was here. No. None of this was here. Well, when I started, none of that was here, but it's all here now, so. So do they have condos up there or no?
Our offices are up there now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So glad you're back, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good news to have you back, man.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
That's awesome, man. I was here in 2011 when you guys won the cup.
Nice. Awesome.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day. Thank you. So here's what you'll come to learn. I'm the only person that looks like me, so that's why I'm very recognizable. There's not a lot of people with a back like this and a nose like this, so that's why, yeah, that's what someone told me, and that's what I go by now.
Back in the neighborhood, huh?
Back in the neighborhood. I was in the neighborhood. How you doing?
Good, you? Oh man, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back, huh?
We're back, baby. Yes, we're back. I can make your potatoes again.
Yes. What was it? I walked on the north end, and everywhere I was like, Looch just walked by, Looch just walked by.
Yeah. Honestly, just being here, living here, being a Bostonian, you've seen it today. People just say, hey, how are you? And then, I just miss it all.
Welcome back to Boston, Milan Lucic. Can't wait for the upcoming season. Up next on BA, we're gonna get fit with the Be Fit program. The Be Fit program recently rolled into Wellesley, Mass. It was an extra special visit for the former Boston Bruin and current Be Fit host, Andrew Raycroft, because that's where he and his family live.
Is it a good idea to drink soda all day? Is it a good idea to drink juice all day?
Well, today was by far my most nerve-wracking BFIT. It's definitely different having my kids in here and all their teachers and the neighborhood kids, everyone I know. So lots of familiar faces. It was a blast, and we got them cranked up, ready for summer.
Razor and his BFIT friends, with the support from partners like National Grid, have enjoyed helping kids all over New England for many years, and hopefully many more to come.
The foundation does so much, and for me to be a part of this with Bob Sweeney and John Whitesides and everyone who worked so hard. I was here 20 years ago as a player, as a young player. I'm not that old, but coming back and being a part of it now is pretty special, and the foundation's just done so much that to be able to continue that and hopefully be a part of it for another 20 years is exciting for me.
Lots of great health tips and plenty of fun for everyone in Wellesley today. But for Andrew and his kids, it all comes down to the shootout.
The worst moment was certainly Blades making a save on me in the final shootout. That was hard to take because I put it exactly where I wanted it to go, and Blades made a big kick save on me. Beyond that, it's funny watching my kids having to get up in front of the whole school and getting called out. That made them very embarrassed, as you could see, and that's enjoyable.
Welcome back to Bruins Academy, everybody. I'm your host, Charlie Moore. Woo, it's summertime. I love the weather, but you know what? I'm jonesing for a little fall. I can't wait for the upcoming hockey season. Now listen, we have a little thing where you send in your videos, you playing hockey, any type of hockey, and we air it here on Bruins Academy. Up next, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make you famous. First up, 11-year-old Hayden Hood Noonan from South Coast Panthers. With a big steal at center ice, he wheels over the line with a quick move and scores top shelf. Nice rip, Hayden. Next up, it's 15-year-old Michael Murphy in the Mayor's Cup Boston. He moves in and slips the puck between his legs and shelves it. What a beauty. Sweet move, Michael. Wow. How about some goaltending? This is 15-year-old Shane Smith from the Atlantic Coast Elite, who flashes the pad for a great save. That's how you do it, Shane. Nice save. Staying between the pipes, it's 13-year-old Shane Walker from the Montgomery Ice Devils with a theatrical glove save. Wow. That's what you call robbery. And lastly, it's 6-year-old Nathan DePercio from the Lovell Tropics, flies in on goal, pulls out the goalie and slips one through the legs. Wow, Nathan, I love it. Great move, kid. All right, I told you there were some really good videos. Now listen, as you can tell by the weather, it's beautiful, it's summer, but that shouldn't stop you from sending in some videos of you playing street hockey or anything to do with hockey. And who knows, you may appear on the very next episode of Bruins Academy. Up next on BA, we're gonna get healthy with Julie.
My name is Julie Nicoletti. It's great to see so many familiar faces. I'm the team nutritionist. We're gonna break up into these groups 1, 2, and 3. This is a competition, so the group that gathers the most points wins this or this. Okay, you ready? All right, let's go.
In today's healthy competition, the boys are making some easy but very nutritious breakfast items. Overnight oats and protein balls. And no surprise, these guys are getting serious.
The protein balls are a great snack. They're really, really good because you can throw them in the freezer for 15 minutes, then store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator for like 2 or 3 weeks. These are a great snack to just grab and snack on.
Of course, this is all about teaching the guys how important nutrition truly is. If you want to be a great Boston Bruin, you need to understand what you put in your body is what you get out of it.
Very good. All right. Nice job. So those were like little 12-minute segments, and you didn't even need all of the time. So if you can make overnight oats in 10 minutes and just line up a bunch of containers, you could make breakfast for your whole week. So now we have to figure out who won, right? But you all exceeded my expectations, so this is going to be really hard. But I think it goes to Reed's group.
All right, now it's time for one of my favorite features here on Bruins Academy. Yep, you guessed it. It's time for Bruins Academy Trivia. Now here's the deal. I'm gonna ask you a question before we head to commercial break. When we come back from break, you're gonna have the right answer, correct? Or should it be the correct answer, right? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, we all know the Boston Bruins played their first game back in 1924. So my question is about their longtime home, the Garden. My question is, when did the Boston Bruins play their first game at the Boston Garden? I have no clue. I really don't. I'm going to say 1925 as we head to commercial break. 27. Okay, hard 29 and I'm out. Welcome back to the summer edition of Bruins Academy. More importantly, welcome back to Bruins Academy Trivia. Now, before commercial break, I did ask you a question. The question was, what was the first year your Boston Bruins played over at the Boston Garden? The correct answer is 1928. I gotta tell you, I was all around it. You gotta be kidding me. Oh! After playing their first 4 seasons at the old Boston Arena, the Bruins played their first ever game at Boston Garden on November 20th, 1928 against the Montreal Canadiens, just 3 days after the building opened. The Habs won the game 1-0. However, there's been all kinds of great memories from that building. The Bruins stayed there for 67 years until the old garden gave way to what is now the TD Garden in September of 1995. Hey, up next on Bruins Academy, goaltender Jeremy Swayman is going to get some stretching tips from performance coach Kevin Neal. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Kevin Neal, head performance coach for the Boston Bruins. Thanks for having me on Bruins Academy. Today I'm here with Jeremy Swayman. We're going to go over 2 exercises that help develop strength in your hips.
To Wheeler, to Connor, what a save by Swayman!
So the first thing we're going to do is called a lateral kneeling adductor isometric. So to do this, we're just going to set up on our hands and knees. We're going to put one foot out to the side. Gonna walk the foot out so you get a good stretch on the inside of this thigh. Sway's doing a great job staying long through his spine, so tall through the top of his head. There's not a lot of arch through his lower back. There's not a lot of round either. He's nice and neutral. Good tension through his core, pulling that foot down into the ground. This is a great way to get strong through your groin in lengthened positions, which, as I mentioned earlier, that is typically where strains occur when somebody overstrides, or if they stride and that muscle just isn't strong enough to slow down that stride leg, they can get some damage to that tissue. You teach it to be strong in these longer positions. It's important to help prevent against some of those injuries. Look at that game face. Wearing a hole through the turf.
Stretching is going to allow you to be more flexible on the ice and cause you to have less injuries during the games.
The next one now, we're going to train the outside of the hip. So we're going to take that exact same position, and instead of emphasizing on the muscles on the inside of the thigh, we're going to emphasize the strength in the muscles on the outside of the thigh. Now, instead of doing a pull down using your adductors, you're going to use your abductors, or the muscles on the outside of your hip, to lift your foot off the ground. If he walks his foot out further on the setup, it's going to be even harder for him to lift and to hold that leg. So these are a couple ones that don't require any equipment and can still be very challenging. Great way to develop some strength around your hips. Not only help with skating speed, but also help make sure that you're staying healthy throughout the season.
That got me, Kev.
That's the one.
That was it.
That was it.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Middlestat across the middle, and Swayman makes a marvelous save.
Well, that's it, folks. That's a wrap on episode 81 of Bruins Academy, the summer edition. Listen, hockey season is right around the corner. We all can't wait. Hey, from all of us at the TD Garden and your Boston Bruins, I'm Charlie Moore. Thanks for watching Bruins Academy. Woo! Go Bruins. Let's go swimming. Ugh. Not.